Okay, it's actually reaching rush hour right now in Hong Kong, so I gotta get the heck out of here before the traffic gets really congested. So now you're gonna wonder, like, where am I going, right? So thing is, okay, wait, just hold on. My hair is a mess. No. Okay, so what happens is that I'm actually picking up. Sorry, I'm using my phone as a mirror. It's a mess. Okay. The Hong Kong side to pick up a present. Now, this is a present from somebody that I've never ever met. Now you're gonna wonder, why am I picking up a present from somebody who I've never met? Now that's the whole point. These kind of things don't happen every day. So if you guys are familiar with the app Clubhouse, I guess I'm kind of active on Clubhouse. I don't host any rooms, but then, hey, MeloCat. So I'm not active in terms of posting, but I'm okay, semi-active when it comes to listening. So I joined a few groups, some about, current affairs, some about technology news, some, it's like Taiwanese groups, Asians all over the world. So it's pretty interesting. So there's this Taiwanese group. It's not exclusive to Taiwanese, but there's a lot of Taiwanese people on there. And it's just like a general chat kind of, it's just pretty much like a friendly group. Hey, thanks. Actually, there's one piece sticking out here, but I'm just going to leave it as is. Yeah, my hair has been... So it's a lazy bun. Thank you, Gerald. Okay, and so what happens is that I kind of just drop into these groups sometimes, just, to say hi, to see what's happening in other Asian countries, see what they were up to, just kind of like a cultural exchange. It's kind of like a cultural exchange, and to sharpen up my Mandarin skills a little bit, because I don't have a lot of opportunities to speak it. So now what happens is that there was a new group that I joined, and there's this really cool guy in there, and his name is like Xiaoshu. Xiaoshu is, I guess, is this alias. It means like little tree. So he's like super cool guy, and he's part of the LGBTQ community, and he's just super cool. And so we were talking about like skincare regimes, because he had like really nice skin. And I don't think it's a coincidence, but I also happen to have a lot of guys, a lot of guy friends that's in the LGBTQ community, and their skincare regime is so admirable. Like, it puts me to shame. So he's like, hey sis, you really have to up your skincare game. Like, you have to do like your face mask like 4 times a day. I'm like, oh, I don't even do it like 4 times a week. So so he's like, no, seriously, like, we're not getting any younger. You have to take care of your skin. And he is like the walking advertisement, because he has really nice skin. Yeah, he has like baby skin. So, hey, Lazera. So, and I've never met him before. He's just basically somebody like, one of the hosts that's on the Clubhouse. And he's like thousands of miles away. And he's like, hey Mel, I sent a package to Hong Kong to one of my friends, and I included some face masks in there for you. And I was like, oh, seriously? I was like, really? That is just so sweet. So I'm actually going to pick it up now. And who's in the live stream now is just gonna go with me. Hey Kevin. So it's reaching peak hours right now. Kind of. And this is where things start to pick up. Frankly, I'm not a big fan of like peak hour. Yes, oh wow, nice Hermes. So sometimes when I pay attention to the brand of bags that ladies wear here in Hong Kong, it's amazing. Celine, Hermes, or Rich, oh my god. And there's me, hemp bag from Muji. But okay, yep, so this is Central. So I'm going from the side that I was coming from, is known as the dark side, which is where I reside. It's the Kowloon side, and now we're going to the Hong Kong side, which is not known as the bright side. It's known as the Hong Kong side. So how's everyone? Everyone's day so far. Enough of me. How's you? No, depending on where you people are right now, it's probably not peak hour. Oh wait, I just saw something. That's a very interesting pose. Why is he playing with his teeth? What do I know? Pretty cool poster though. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm supposed to go all the way back to the Kowloon side to have dinner with my folks. The dark side is a British colonial thing. I don't think so. I think the dark side actually refers to the lacking of the office buildings in Central. So at night it's actually darker because the CBD district, like the Central Business District, is actually brighter because they don't turn off the lights, and it's like a huge source of light pollution, if you ask me. But frankly, I think after COVID and kind of like the recession that we're in, I think a lot of those lights are kind of dimming down compared to before. There we go. Enjoying a bit more of our Hong Kong rush hour traffic, which this is not even it. Hey, Spin Puff. Spin Puff, it's your first time here. Unless you change your name, but hey, good seeing ya. Next few years are gonna get brighter, yeah, because there's no more space for office buildings in the Hong Kong side. So they have to move it to the Kowloon side. There we go. So what I like about Hong Kong's public transportation is it's so convenient. It is quite orderly, if you ask me. Like everyone's in queues, pretty clean queues, and then the train actually comes quite often, especially like during peak hours. I'm guessing there's a train every minute or two. Something about this piece of hair. It keeps sticking out. Driving me insane. Hey, Guy Anime, how's it going? So, streaming on the train's a little bit hard because I won't be able to stick my arm out like that because there's no social distance on a train. So you're gonna have to look at me at actually no. Do this. And it's kind of embarrassing sometimes because there's always somebody in your face.
Please stand back from the train doors.
As you can see, it's like super crowded. I can't even stick my arm out. Oh, thanks, Big Puff. That's something that I've actually taken for granted is that Hong Kong's metro and public transportation is actually very, very convenient. The reason being is the reason being is when I go to like Malaysia, when I go to like Vietnam, parts of Taiwan, the public transportation is not anywhere near there. I'm sorry you had to look at my phone real close because I can't stick my arms out. Please stand back from the train.
Next station, Admiralty. Interchange station on the South Island Line and East Rail Line. Doors were open on the left.
You know, I think this lady's voice is Rainbow Chan, if I remember correctly. But the thing is, right? If it's her voice from the same person, I remember it was about the same voice when I was a kid. So how could she still be alive? I mean, okay, I'm not saying that if she's a voiceover person, you know, when I was a kid, how? I don't get it. Does her voice not age? Uh-oh, people getting off the train. I scrunch up in the ball, scrunch up in the ball. Let me find a place to sit down so that I don't violate anyone's personal space. Perfect. Perfect. I'm sorry. I have 2 stations to go. See, this is what I mean. Like in Hong Kong, don't expect a lot of personal space because there's just way too many people for such a small place. Oh, and I actually just learned the other day that there's actually not that many countries left in this world where face masks are mandatory. Because if you watch my earlier live streams, I went to Vietnam, right? And I thought I was gonna freak out when I was like, oh my god, they don't wear face masks over there. And I just learned that actually most countries don't have mandatory face masks anymore. They use AI to simulate her voice.
Next station,
Maybe they did. Does that mean one day if I pass on, they can actually simulate my voice as well? The MeloCat lives on forever. So what I'm saying is, oh yeah, so the guy who was sending me the face mask, so little tree is a direct translation. It's his birthday today too. So I'm actually getting a gift from him on his birthday. Cool dude. What a total cool dude. Maskology. I think so, but their face mask is really expensive. One more station. Let me see which one I have to get out of. Just hold on.
Please stand back from the train doors.
See, this is what I mean. Like in Hong Kong, everyone has like a designer. Dior, hemp bag.
請勿靠近車門，請不要靠近車門。Please stand back from the train doors.
You see someone's ass is gonna get clipped by the door. Nope, they're fine. Actually, I'm one of those people who always have like my bag or some things that I'm holding, and it often gets clipped by the door, and it bounces. Yep, and it bounces back open, and people give me these mean looks.
請勿靠近車門，請不要靠近車門。
Hey, Dougie, yes.
Stand back from the train doors.
Yeah, this is actually from Muji. It's actually a really cool, like just like a tote bag. Because the previous one, I gave it to my mom, but this is actually a really good deal. It's like 20 bucks Hong Kong dollars, and you can get it in like a medium-sized tote. It's actually waterproof too. They have this lining, so yeah. Yes, I'm getting off at the next station. Oh crap! Which exit? Sorry.
Next station, Causeway Bay. Doors will open on the left.
So you know, I've been getting very lazy lately, and I've been wearing skirts. If you're familiar with my wardrobe, you know that I usually don't wear skirts at all. It's just that this is actually the lazy way for me now. Why? I don't know, but it just is. Let's see which side I get off. Dior hand range. You know what? I am so not knowledgeable about designer brands. I mean, if you were to seriously rip me off, you could like put like a designer logo here and say that it's that brand, and I would totally believe you. That is how tone deaf I am when it comes to designer brands. So yeah, but don't rip me off. Because that's cool.
Please mind the gap.
Okay, getting out of town. Yay. Exit C, Jeff Road 408. Okay, I'm gonna forget that. I hope somebody remembers it so that when I ask, you guys can remind me where I'm supposed to go. go, 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 go. Whoosh, whoosh. Ah. Alrighty. Excuse me, thank you.
Please stand back from the platform doors.
Exit C. Did I say exit number C? When did C become a number? Oh, she's really pretty. She's from like a part of China, I think. She's one of the minorities, like 少數民族啊. Some sort of tribal, is it tribal? 少數民族. I don't know what that is in English, but basically it's like a, not necessarily tribal, but their community is kind of like a smaller community. They're not from like a big province or anything, but she's absolutely stunning. And even her name is kind of interesting, like Ba is her name of 4 words, but is that her last name or is this her last name? But yeah, very beautiful. Let's see. Well, don't expect designer brands from me, period, because I'm too cheap to buy designer, and I'm too unknowledgeable in designer brands. As I say, I can't tell the difference. If you take a tote bag and just slap a logo on it, I would not be able to tell. If you put a Dior on like a Chanel bag, like Dior logo on a Chanel bag, I would not be able to tell either. So, fret not. Lately, the weather's been pretty good, actually. It's reaching autumn in Hong Kong, and it's nice and cool, nice and dry. I don't have to turn on my aircon, and it's great for walking streets. However, I think I've been in a little bit of a rut lately, so don't really feel like going out. But yeah, I think I'll make myself go out. Have you ever had that when you're just kind of like in a rut and you just don't feel like doing anything? Like that lately. Wow, she speaks widely. She's so beautiful. Like the first moment I saw her on one of the advertisements, I was like, oh my god! I was like, wow. She's so pretty. She's like one of those girls that you see like in the anime with like the really pretty big eyes, and they're just super cute. That's what she looks like. Hey, how do you pronounce her name? Delrabra Delmurat. That is so interesting. How come that doesn't even correspond to how they translate her? Oh, first cat spotted today. Meow. Okay, so 謝飛道. Where's 謝飛道? Oh my god, I'm so bad with directions. Uh-oh, what number on Jeff Road? Is it 308 or 408? Oh no. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, where's Jeff Road? I know it's one of these two streets. This is is Jeff Road this way or is it this way? Uh-oh. 謝飛道. I'm guessing it's one of these. 東師傅街. 軒尼詩道. Like newspaper stand, totally revamped. I'm guessing it's. So we're in Causeway Bay right now. Hong Kong scaffolding. Those things that Whoops. Okay. I'm here and I'm gonna get my face mask. So excited. I'm so excited. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Potato. Sam, 408. Oh, some Urim cheese. Oh, that is so, like, you know what? I think both China and the States are like actually like so big that there's so many places that even local residents have never been to. Like when I asked my friends that work and live in China or my friends that are in the States, it is so common that there's you know, some provinces or some states that they've never been to. Whereas in Hong Kong, I mean, it's the same. Hong Kong is a lot smaller, but there's still a lot of places where, you know, locals haven't been to. But I was just talking to assistant, and he said, yeah, like if you were to do a road trip in the States, like I'm like, he's like, yeah, you can literally be driving for days. And I'm like, I'm so out of touch. I've been in Hong Kong for like 10 years now. I couldn't imagine, you know, a drive that would take more than like half an hour. Does Xinjiang have, are they really cold in the wintertime? Do they have like, wait, Xinjiang, is that close to the Himalayas? No, that's not right. Okay, that's how bad my geography is. Okay, 440, wait, 408, right? Okay, wait, I have to look. Yeah? I'm not sure it is still there. 408 to 412. Oh, is that why people look like so beautiful? Because they're like mixed, because they're mixed. Like, you know, when sometimes when you have like, you know, the countries that sharing a border, and the two countries, they're like their looks are very different, but the people who live close to the border, like they start to look like each other because I guess they're marrying somebody from across the border. Usually those people are like really pretty. Okay, wait, just hold on. No deep conversation for me. I have to go look for my way. My brain isn't functioning. 408 to 412. Well, this is snack bridge. I don't know what it's called in English, but one live stream many years ago, I was doing the dasu, or beat the backstabber ritual. Say that, Bazi, say it. Okay, I'm going in the right direction. Or 24. Almost there. Say that. Say it. Say that. Oh, do you say it? Right here. Oh, there's a, okay, it's right here. Okay. Anyway, you're gonna have to go on stealth.